Hi, my name is Rick, and like you, I am passionate about this great game of golf. There's so many videos I've watched, and I've spent many years learning how to stretch. And I'll be quite frank with you, most of the time, many years, I have stretched incorrectly. I pretty much followed the old master's ways of stretching. Now you can see these stretches on YouTube, or you can check any website. Talk about static stretching. You may not know this until you check it out, but a lot of stretches simply don't work. Now, in the course of my life, I had to find out how to become more flexible. There are stretches from way back when that did work. Let me share that with you. It's a form of evolution. What you may not know is that when you stretch early in the morning, we as the human race, we all stretch the same way. When we wake up, we do this. Oh, we yawn. I'm not going to tell you to yawn on the golf course. But you feel a little tension here. You tighten up the muscles and you stretch them back, all right? You don't overdo it. So you take a little stretch and you do this. You see this little motion? Well, why do you think we do that? The human body has, over time, said, look, these are the things you need to do to stretch before you stretch. All right? Evolution is not going to hurt us. It's not going to say, hey, do this so you can damage yourself. So this is built into all of us. Think about it. We would not be doing something intentionally to hurt ourselves in our morning stretch. But don't overstretch like this. So if that's how the body stretches, then why not use that concept to stretch, the pre-stretch? So I'll show you. Now, I'm watching Golf Channel, and Mike Molassic comes down, he's doing this particular stretch. Mike almost has it correct. All right. Mike, it doesn't work like you had it. Mike has his hand, I'm going to show you what it looks like. Doesn't it look like I'm pushing my hand back? And well, Mike's doing that. It looks like that. But I'm actually not pushing my hand back at all. I'm actually bringing my hand forward. And by doing that, that's tensing up the muscles, tightening up the muscle like a stretch, and I'm relaxing. So I'm tightening it up, I'm tightening up, and I relax it. I tighten it up, and I relax it. I'm not pushing it back towards me. It's not that case. Right? It only looks that way. So as long as you understand that concept, I'll show you how to stretch. If I want to stretch out my feet, I tighten them up and I release them. I tighten up my calves real tight and I release it. I tighten up my thigh muscles and I release it. I'm doing this stretch but the lower body. All right? Now, the hamstrings, I do the same thing. In class, I'll actually bend down like this. I'm not doing a bouncing stretch. What I'm doing is tighten up the muscle back here, and then I'm simply straightening out my legs a little bit at a time. And that will flex them out, all right? But you can see it's gentle. It's pushing back. Real gentle. Tight, relax, that's it. Now I'll show you a shoulder roll. Now this is to open up the entire back. What happens when you have tension, you notice your shoulders will come up like this, and you can feel it in your back too. Well, when you have tension, what happens, if your shoulders are up, you bring them up higher and then you roll them back. You don't force them down initially. You bring them up, you roll them, and back. Now you can see my back, it rolls and back. You see it? What's happening? I'm opening up all the back, you can see that. Now once I do this several times, then I'll reverse the roll. My shoulders come towards my ears, my hands do the circular motion, and then I'm opening my back. You can watch the back open up, right? There you go. I just roll it, calm down. So you see it now? Now, I can feel a little bit, as I do this, it starts to relax a little better. Now, here's the term. You don't want to be so relaxed, and that's not the goal, because a relaxed muscle, when you first warm up, you start swinging the club, you can hurt yourself, all right? So there is this movement, and it's not like that. It has some little, I don't want to say tension, but there's a little firmness to it. Pretty much it. Tighten up and relax. Now, when you finish doing that, the next part, it's like taking a golf swing. But we don't need a golf club. You don't need a golf club. All you need to do is keep your feet together and simply keep your head in one place and turn lightly. Now, my hands are not out here. All I'm doing is turning my shoulders. And I want you to hear my hands are just kind of moving with me. They'll actually hit my body. And that's what I'm doing. I'm turning my left hip and then my right hip. And that's it. Now, after I do this for a couple seconds, maybe, I don't know, 30 seconds, then what I'll do is release my head. All right? Now stretch out my legs a little bit, and I'll just release my head. And what happens, it gives me more flexibility, or excuse me, it gives me more movement, range of movement. So now I'm doing this. And that's pretty much a golf swing, is it not? And then what I'll do, I'll release my legs. And that's the golf swing. I release, I release. Now, not hard. If you do it too hard, you can injure yourself. And that's pretty much it. Then you put your hands on your thighs, but don't press down on your thighs. You simply rotate your legs like this. All right? And the body likes circles. You see I'm making a circle in my body, then I go the other way. And I also seen this, and which is, I think Mike was even doing this. This is actually a good move for the foot. Releases it. And a lot of the energy comes from the ground up, so this is like massaging your foot. That's what it's actually doing. You just rotate the foot. And that's pretty much it. Just rotate the shoulders. You'll see a lot of boxers doing it. You'll see this movement. And that's what they're doing. That's the stretch. It's not static stretch. If I did this, it may look like a static stretch to you. I'm not. I'm actually pushing my heel into the ground. I'm pushing my leg. Tighten up the muscle, then I relax the muscle. Very important. If it wasn't important, we would never do that early in the morning. My name is Rick. Like you, I am passionate about this great game of golf. Let evolution be your friend. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you out there.